I didn't burn out because I was weak. I burned out because I was too available. I said yes when my body was begging for rest. I said yes when my mind was screaming enough, and I said yes because I was afraid of what people would think if I didn't. Learning to say no wasn't about being strong. It was about survival. A few years ago, I thought I was doing everything right. I was reliable, always available. The person people called when they needed something. Work? Yes. Favors? Yes. Late nights? Yes. Emotional support at 2 a.m.? Yes. I wore it like a badge of honor. Because deep down, I believed being needed meant being valuable. I was wrong. It didn't break all at once. It started quietly. I woke up tired, even after sleeping. I felt irritated for no reason. Simple messages started to feel heavy. And then one day, someone asked me for one more thing. Something small. Something I would normally say yes to without thinking. And suddenly, my chest felt tight. My breath got shallow. I remember staring at my phone, thinking, why does this feel unbearable? That scared me, because on the outside, nothing was wrong. But inside, I was exhausted and angry. Angry at everyone, but mostly angry at myself. Here's the part people don't like to admit. I wasn't exhausted because people asked too much. I was exhausted because I never refused. No one forced me to say yes. I volunteered. Every time I ignored my limits, I taught people that my boundaries were optional. And the worst part? I started resenting the very people I was helping. Smiling on the outside, keeping score on the inside. That's when I knew something was deeply wrong. The breaking point wasn't dramatic. No argument, no screaming. Just one sentence, said casually. You'll handle it. You always do. Something snapped, not anger clarity. I realized I had trained people to expect my sacrifice. And I had trained myself to believe, if I say no, I'll lose love. If I say no, I'll disappoint. If I say no, I'll be alone. That belief was slowly destroying me. Here is the truth no one prepared me for. Saying yes all the time doesn't to make you kind. It makes you invisible to yourself. Real kindness includes you in the equation. When you always say yes, your time stops being yours, your energy gets drained quietly, and your resentment grows silently. And eventually, you don't recognize yourself anymore. I had to face a hard question. Why am I so afraid of disappointing others, but perfectly okay disappointing myself? That question changed everything. Here's what most people get wrong. No isn't rejection. No is information. It tells people where you end. It tells you that you matter. The first time I said no, my voice shook. I over-explained. I apologized too much. But something unexpected happened. The world didn't collapse. Some people understood. Some pulled away. And that was the most painful and necessary lesson. The people who only love you for what you give will struggle when you stop giving. And that's not your failure. The more I respected my limits, the quieter my mind became. I had energy again, clarity, space to think. And slowly, something beautiful happened. The right people adjusted. The wrong ones disappeared. And for the first time in years, I wasn't living on emergency mode. I wasn't constantly bracing myself. I felt sane. If there's one thing I want you to remember, it's this. Saying no is not cruelty. It's honesty. Every yes has a cost. And if you don't choose that cost consciously, you'll pay for it with your mental health. You don't owe access to everyone. You don't owe explanations for protecting your peace. And you absolutely don't need permission to take care of yourself. If this story felt uncomfortably familiar, you're not broken. You're just tired of abandoning yourself. Thank you for staying until the end. That tells me you're ready to listen to yourself, maybe for the first time. And if you choose to stay for the next video, we'll keep having these honest conversations. Thanks for watching.